What did I get up to in my sewing room this week? Stay tuned to find out. G'day, my name is Sean and this is my weekly update where I share my quilting adventures. I'd like to welcome you all to episode 163. Come see what I've been working on, what I've completed, and all the other fun and exciting news. Let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. I got a bunch done this week. I am really happy with what I got done so far, and the first thing I really want to show you is Rabbit, which is the third block from the 100 Acre Woods, which is the sew along by Art East Quilting Co. Last week I showed you I had finished his ears and his head, and I was really pleased with that, but I've almost finished this whole thing. We've now done his body, got his little arms, the nice little carrot, and his feet. The only thing we have left to do on this now is to do the honey pot underneath. So hopefully next week when you come back you'll be able to see the completed block there. The next thing I want to show you is the stitches, which is a project I've been working on for a couple of months now, and we have now finished blocks 11 and 12. I showed you 13 last week, a little out of order, but that's okay. So this is block number 11, and this is the little houses, and I ended up using navy blue for the roofs rather than black because I ran out of the black half square triangles. Not as fond of this as I would have been with the black, but I still think it looks kind of cute. Let me know what you think in the comments with that one as well. And block 12, this one came out amazing. This is not the one I would have picked for myself, but you know, this is what you voted for, and now that it's done, I absolutely stinking love it. I think you guys will too. Let me know what you think about this one. And so there we go. So we've got 13 blocks. I'm trying to make a lap quilt out of this. And the nice thing is, I was originally going to go for 15 blocks, but we may have to do a little more because we still have this big pile of pre-cut half square triangles and squares. I mean, look at all this goodness. So I'm going to design a few more blocks. Maybe we'll do 3, 4, 5 more. I can always cut out my own black and white, background ones if needed. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what happens there. So, and then the last thing I want to show you as work in progress is Toasty the Dragon, which is a legit kit pattern. I'm using my own fabrics and we're having a lot of fun. Last week I showed you this almost completed block, and so now this one is done, and I like this, and I've added my own batiks here as well. I think this one turned out really nicely. And then I did another section on the same block right here. This one was nice and easy. It only took me like 20 minutes. I'm like the world's slowest FPPer, but that's okay. And there we go. So we've got that. We've got the nice cone of sheen here, and then some batiks, and then the cone of pepper there as well. So that's what I have for my works in progress. We'll now move on to our week in review. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for checking it out. I hope you've enjoyed your stay so far, and come back and go check out the earlier episodes if you like what you see. But the week in review is a series of videos to take during the week, mostly of me sewing, but also of any adventures we get up to, so I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody when it came to patterns if you bought the kit, if you followed the suggested fabrics, or if you picked your own. And there was a wide variety of answers, but it seemed the majority answer was that you kind of picked your own thing, which I think is a lot of fun. A lot of us seem to shop from our own stash or just put our own spin on it, which I think is really fun. That's what I tend to do myself. I've bought kits in the past because they were, cost effective, but these days I like to do my own thing, especially the background. I want to change something to make it my own. So this week I thought it'd be fun, since we're talking about my FPP journey with Toasty, and I wanted to ask, are you someone that prefers traditional piecing, or do you prefer FPP? I'm enjoying this process a lot with foundation paper piecing, or English paper piecing. It might be another option for you guys as well, but my heart is with traditional piecing. That is my go-to, and that may change in the future, but at this point I'm definitely a traditional piecer. Let me know in the comments whether you prefer traditional, foundation paper piecing, or English paper piecing. So what are my goals for this week? Well, I'd like to finish this part of Toasty, because this is the last piece of the block that I just showed you a little bit ago. It's 3 sections into the 1 block. So I'd like to get that done, and I also like to get Rabbit done because he's pretty close to being done. And if I finish that, maybe go ahead and start cutting out the fabric for Owl, and we'll see what else we get up to as well. But that's my goals for this week. Let me know what your goals are for the week. So now it is time for our news and events, and the first event happened on Thursday night. At 8 p.m. I went over to the Cotton Cut site, and along with Ian, the off-kilter crafter, we both found out what colorway we're doing for the upcoming puzzle mystery quilt called Flyaway. I was absolutely convinced we were going to do Rose Finch, but this is what fell out of my bag instead. And this is so much fun. It's called Flamingo, and it's a beautiful series of different fabrics, and I'm really looking forward to sewing up this quilt over the next 10 months. Yesterday morning I had my friend Tasha from Tasha Quilts, and we had a wonderful time sitting and chatting, and we talked a little bit about our challenge that we did back in January, which was sew every day. You'll have to go over there and check out to see if we did that successfully or not. This coming week, what have we got going on? Well, quite a bit. Tonight will be the first thing at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. Yeah, late night. Normally not my thing because I'm the morning guy, but yeah, tonight at 10 I'll be over at Tammy's channel, The Siberian Wind. We're going to be putting together the goat block from the Fab Farm by Elizabeth Hartman. Tomorrow afternoon you'll get to see the caterpillar block time lapse. I've recorded all that, I've edited it, and it's all ready to go on Monday. On Wednesday I plan to put out Clue 1 of the Flyaway, which is in this beautiful colorway I just showed you a few minutes ago. You'll get to see that come together. It's a nice easy block. It was a lot of fun to put that together as well. And then this coming Saturday I'm excited to have my good friend Fallon from So Be It Quilts join me for another break with the guy who sews. As you may know, I host an online quilt guild that meets once a month on the third Sunday of each month, which is tonight. So at 8 p.m. Eastern, if you're interested, we'd love to have you join us. We meet on Discord, which is a free service, and the guild is totally free. There's no sign-up fees or anything else like that. I like to make it accessible to all. So if you want to, come join us. It's a lot of fun. We're very low-key. We do a lot of show and tell, and we also have some other fun events throughout the year. So if you're interested, go check us out. The link to get to Discord is in my description of the video. If you run into any issues, send me an email, send me a message, and I'll try and get you sorted out. So quite a few of you have been asking me about my search for a new sewing machine, and if I've done any test driving of them yet. And the answer to that is I've done a lot of online research. I've come up with a short list, but I'm very open, and I'm really looking forward to test driving a bunch of different machines at the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Festival in about 11 days. Figure, you know, you can do only but so much research, but until you sit down and see how each machine feels, you really can't make a good decision. Well, at least that's how I work. So that's what I plan on doing. And speaking of the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Festival, let me know if you are planning on attending that festival. I plan on going on at least Saturday, and I may go on Sunday as well. We'll have to see how that works out. And if you're planning on going and you'd like to say hi, let me know, and that way we can try and work something out. And so now it is time to share with you a couple of completed objects, and I'm really excited to show you this first one. It is Clue 1 of the Flyaway by Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts, and the Flamingo colorway. And this is not one I would have picked for myself, but I love these bright colors. You know me and rainbow and bright. The more bright it is, the better it is for me. So I think it would have been like a really natural choice for me, but it wasn't one I would have picked. Anyway, so here is the block here. I'm going to show you a nice close-up so you can kind of get to see the fabrics in a little more detail. And this one's fun because all 6 colors are in this first block, and I don't think I've seen a Puzzle Mystery Quilt do that in block number 1 for quite some time, and it looks a little different to in the past. There's a lot more squares and that sort of thing than there was in the past. And then the other thing I want to show you is the Farm Fresh sampler from Artie's Quilting Co. It's a sew along they're currently doing right now, and for once I'm actually caught up. How about that? Will it continue on for the next 12 weeks? Who knows? Anyway, so you saw the pig last week, which was him, and now he has all the carrots as well. So when you look at the whole block, here he is, you know, the piggy with all the carrots, which is really fun. And I learned that you really need to, when you print out any templates, you really need to print them out at 100%. If you don't, it could be a little bit too small, and that can create quite a mess, especially when you're working on small pieces like this. So that was a very valuable lesson for me. I probably wasted about 2 hours last week cutting and sewing everything together to find out they're about a 1/4 inch too small, and there's no fixing that. So I had to redo it all this week, and yeah, it was a painful lesson to learn, but you know, you make mistakes, you learn from it, and hopefully you won't do it again. So that's what I have for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button, tell a friend, and I always love hearing comments from my viewers. Let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear that as well. Hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and we'll see you next time. Bye.